the feelings start, I put a wall around my heart, but you're breaking it down. It falls to the ground, 'cause I had lost what you just found. The noise all around, I'm drowning it out, like we're the only ones in the crowd. 'Cause you save me now, save me now, save me now, save me now, save me the feelings start, I put a wall around my heart, but you're breaking it down. It falls to the ground, 'cause I had lost what you just found. The noise all around, I'm drowning it out, like we're the only ones in the crowd. 'Cause you save me now, save me now, save me now, save me now, save me now.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Burning Red here from nAvTV, and we are now at the knockout stage of the nAvTV Sunday Series March 2015 Cup. And the game that we're going to be covering is going to be Death Note, the surprising element to this competition, and Zero Effect. With me, my co-caster Recoil. Just want to see if he's available. Are you there, Recoil?
I am indeed here, sir.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. And yourself?
Not bad, not bad. Nice little quick break there for us. Now we're into the knockout stages. The first game is going to be sorry, let me just make sure. Death Note versus Zero Effect. Death Note, now the team that kind of caused the disruption with F3 being kicked out quite early. A team that I wasn't rooting for in particular, but a team that I thought would be in the finals, really. I mean, what's your thoughts around that?
Yeah, look, the Death Note team to me did take out one of the big hitters, as you, like Flipside being taken out during the groups. I mean, it was a bit of a shock to the system, to be honest with you. A team that I haven't heard of coming and beating Flipside and DC. They beat Flipside and they beat DC. So like, I'm just a little bit shell shocked at the moment, to be honest with you. Flipside going out, and yeah, I'm quite keen to see this game. I'm quite keen to see how they play.
Yeah, well, I mean, with some really good players there, for instance, such as Ake, Flares, and then Corrupt, but it doesn't look like Corrupt is actually there. It's Exardo, which I've never heard before. Maybe it is Corrupt, but just playing under a different alias. Yeah, look, I mean, my opinion here is that I think Death Note is a team that kind of was underestimated, in particular by the likes of DC and Flipside, and it cost them. Flipside playing with a sub in the first match against Death Note, and then losing quite closely there. I think they went into overtime, as far as, if I'm not mistaken. It was 15 apiece. DC, though, losing 16-13 to Death Note straight off. You know, that kind of gave me the indication that Flipside was going to win the DC encounter, but they clearly didn't. I don't know. You know, just looking at the previous game. The previous game between DC and Flipside. Flipside, I think the problem that occurred there was that they didn't. I don't know. It's very difficult to say. I think it's just the general aiming that got the better of them in that game. They did do some very good strats. Their CT side was a lot more solider than their T side, but I think it was definitely a bit of a gamble. I would at least guess at best here. For Flipside, you know, on that occasion, because I mean they got the likes of Zio, Custom, King, all of the guys that, you know, could aim very well, but I don't know, it just didn't seem to me that things were fitting, you know, in the right position. Like, things weren't fitting for them. Cohesion wasn't 100% there, you could see it. So I don't know, man, it's going to be an interesting one going forward now. I'm very keen to see what's going to happen now with the likes of DC. If you guys go and actually look at the the knockout rounds now, basically, which we've posted on the chat, you'll see it's Death Note versus Zero Effect, Ventus versus Energy. That's what's going to be a very good game. EC versus Damage Control, so in classic EC DC final match. Bravado versus Berserk, and I think slowly but surely we are going to see an interesting semi-final here, because we're going to have to pick one of them. And my predictions right now is Death Note will take out Zero Effect, Energy Sports will take out Ventus, which will give us a Death Note EN game, which is also quite an interesting one to watch. Then we've got the DC versus Bravado game, which will be a classic game to watch as well. So we're gonna have a hard choice here to choose which game is which. I'm gonna try and see if I can get our other casters on board to try and cast the other event whilst we wait. Oh, sorry, whilst we cover one of the semi-finals. It'll be great, but in the event not, yeah, look, it's a tough one. Looking at it right now, I mean, the predictions are coming through already. Like, you know, you got Bravado, you got DC, you got EN in that semi-final. In my opinion, you know, like Flipside's missing, but unfortunately to them they didn't make it past. So going forward now, I mean, if you look, it's very difficult to say. Like, I just got feedback now that you had issues with connecting. You are back though.
Yeah, I had issues with connecting. I am back now, and I'm busy loading into the game now.
Okay, well, just your general take on this tournament this far. I mean, compared to the previous Sunday Cups, where it was just the standard double elimination, I've actually enjoyed the fact that we've done this group stage best of ones, and now moving on to the best of three scene, where we've got two best of three games. Basically, we got this round that's taking place now, the semi-finals that'll take place next. So we got 2 hours for this one, which will bring us up to about 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock, maybe about 4:15, we'll see the semi-finals kick off, and then hopefully our grand finals will kick off at about 6 o'clock. I mean, you know, timing has been pretty much everything here, and it's actually worked out pretty nicely so far.
Yeah, no, it has. Sorry, Burning Red. Do you want to?
Yeah, I just want to find out on the grand finals if it's best of 5 from our tournament admins, because I'm not administrating this game, this tournament at all. So I need to find out a little bit more what's going on. Okay, and it is going to be a best of 3 as well. So we'll probably wrap all of this up round about 8 o'clock. Yeah, 8, 9 o'clock. So best of 3 for the finals. Interesting.
Yeah, and I must say I enjoy this format of competition, having the group stages. It just makes for best of ones always make for an exciting game. you have teams that are strong at a best of one where they come out strong, and then you have teams that need a game, maybe need a game to get into it, and they're stronger at a best of three level.
Yeah.
So it is definitely very interesting for me to watch, or to cast games that are best of ones in a tournament like this, and then go on and have your BO3s, BO3, quarters, semis, and finals. It just makes for a more interesting tournament because in the best of one group stages, anything can happen.
Yeah. Okay, so I just got confirmation now. The final actually kicks off at 7 o'clock this evening, which is cool. That's not too bad. I mean, that's quite nicely played out. It'll be before the grand final, or the Gfinity grand final that kicks off at 8 o'clock. So at least some of the viewers can actually tune in and actually watch the South African guys, which is cool. I mean, but now back to what you said here about teams that you said that teams that are better as BO1 team, like a BO1 team or a BO3 team. Yeah, look, I mean that is the case in some forms, but as you go up higher, it basically changes.
Yeah.
Like, no more is anyone just a BO1 team or BO3 team. They're all BO1, BO3, BO5 teams. They need to have that consistency to do well in the tournaments. So I think when you're looking at your medium to entry level teams, those are the teams generally that have that that BO3 mindset. Like, they need to get one map in before they actually start producing results. You know what I mean?
Yes. I think as well, what makes for the big tournaments, the best of one makes a lot more difference in the greater scheme of things, is top tier teams, and I know that teams in our DGL in the Premier Division do the same, where basically they study VODs and they look at demos of the other team and make sure they know 100% what that team is capable of before going into a game. So that at least they have some idea of how to counter them or things to that extent as well. So it is very good to see the different
The difference? Hello? Are you still there? Okay, looks like we lost recoil there after a couple of words. Alright guys, so it looks like they are gearing up now to do the knife round here. How things generally proceed here is that it's side selection, map selection, then a map for sides, knife for sides on every map. We'll have to wait and see how it works here. We've got Zero Effect versus Death Note. This is going to be a very interesting game to watch, as Death Note has beaten two of the favorites for this competition, Flipside Tactics and Damage Control. So I'm very keen to see what they can produce. Is it going to be a 2-0? Is it going to be a 2-1? This is going to be fun. So right now, looks good now at the moment for either side. As you can see, Kinks and Ake both on half HP, but Death Note walks away there with the win. And a good start for them. They will obviously probably decide to pick sides here. Most likely the case. And then they'll start the map elim process. So at the moment my co-caster is disconnected. Cash has been eliminated or vetoed out. And there goes Cobble as well. So we will not be seeing those two maps. I think we've seen quite a bit of Cash already. So it's always fun to watch the other maps such as Dust 2, Nuke. And now a first map is going to be picked by the Death Note side. Let's see what they pick.
Apologies about that. Having some technical difficulties on my side.
Yeah, please sort your PC out.
Yeah.
Come now.
Yeah, it's I don't even know.
That happens, dude. It happens. Okay, so it looks like they've chosen Mirage to play on. That's going to be a fun map to watch. And then they're going to be picking CT on Mirage, the Zero Effect team. Now, Zero Effect have got some very good players in them. Adrenaline Unreal, Anon, Lost Wolf, Kings. Very similar to the Clutch Kings setup at DGC. I know that Anon, Unreal, and Kings came from that team. I think Adrenaline played for them, I'm not sure. But in any case, now we're moving on to Mirage, will be the first map of choice here. I am keen to know what the other two maps are, and as soon as I do find out, we will kind of filter that information through to you guys as soon as possible. Yeah. Are you still there? Is your PC still freaking
I
out?
am.
Cool.
No, I'm coming back into the game now. Sorry, I was just checking some settings and stuff. But it should be fine now. It shouldn't happen again.
Well, look,
Yeah.
whilst we've got the time here, I just want to say a quick thank you to our sponsors, 8frag Gaming, for providing us these servers to view or to play this tournament. Gigabyte, our personal sponsor, they don't have really much involvement in this tournament, but I'm sure they will have involvement in the next one. Although they do assist us with providing streams to everyone to watch some great South African seers.
Yeah, thanks to all those sponsors. Mirage, Burning Red. What do you think about this map?
I like this map, particularly because it's pretty balanced. It's very similar to, if I look at it just quickly, it's very similar to a cache, very similar. It's got the rotational points between A and B. You got your mid side, you got your left side, you got your right side, etc. The one thing is, for instance, if you look at Palace.